you know the thing about nice guys, it's not really that they're nice, yeah? It's just that they're lost, yeah? They're lacking direction, they're lacking clarity. And that's what makes them so unattractive, I guess, unappealing to the masses, you know? Is that lack of direction, that lack of clarity, that lack of assertiveness. And you can only assert yourself when you've got clarity, yeah? And the reason why they're so passive is because they're lost, they don't know where to go. You feel what I'm saying to you? And that energy is felt, you know? It's felt. And when you feel it, you know, you move away from it. It's like when you grow up, you got teachers, you got parents, you got gym instructors, and all of them, you expect them to know what they're doing and to be able to guide you to where you want to go. You expect your teacher in English to be able to teach you the curriculum so that you can be ready for your exam. You expect your PT to be able to teach you how to do whatever it is that you're going into. If you want to lean bulk, to teach you the exercises to do for you to get to that destination or to get those results that you want, I should say. And it's really as simple as that. You expect your parents to teach you, prepare you, get you ready for life, adulthood, and then just move smoothly. But with a nice guy, you don't know where you're going, you know? And a lot of the time, they pass on that responsibility to you, you know? They're not leading, they're not moving you anywhere. So it's like, cool, like, what is your purpose? What are you doing here? And that's really and truly why people are not moving towards them, because there's no sense of like assertiveness. They're not grounded in who they are, you know? And when you flip it on the other side and you get someone, you know what? Let's just get straight into it. What's going on? My name is Christopher Daniels, and I help people to overcome self-sabotage and live a purpose-driven life, yeah? And I do so both through mindset coaching and content creation. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the nice guy, breaking it down. I want you to understand really and truly why they are described as these nice people and what it is that's so unattractive about them, you know? And if you're new, I just want to say welcome to you. And if you're back here again, welcome back. So let's get into the nice guy, break down like the personality and why they're so unattractive and people do not come towards them like that, you know? They're not top of the list, you feel what I'm saying to you? They're not appealing. And the reason why, again, I spoke about the sense of being, like who are they being? And they don't know, they're not connected to anything in terms of that direction. And if you are somebody that is a nice person, first and foremost, you need to understand what you stand for. That's the first thing. What do you stand for? Who are you being in this world? Like, how are you operating? Again, when you go to a PT, you want that PT to teach you something. Before that PT can teach you, that PT has to be able to go through a process of learning, of understanding, of trying and failing and just being at a certain space where, okay, this person can now teach you that information. Same as that English teacher, yeah? The English teacher has to go through the process of learning, understanding, taking exams, trying, failing, getting things wrong, like being frustrated, taking that whole line and then boom, now they're the English teacher, they've done what they need to do. Like, what have you done? What trials and tribulations have you got? What have you been through? And that's where it comes down to, understanding what journey is it that you want to take and taking that journey and being confident and stable within that, yeah? And one thing that I've noticed in my journey, yeah, is that being nice, that's something that came from me as well, naturally, like to be nice. And the reason why I was nice, again, was just that lack of clarity, that lack of being. So I like to pass on responsibility so that I don't have to do certain things, you know? And that's where it comes down to. And that just came from not knowing certain things, not knowing what would make other people happy, not knowing what I should do in certain situations. And the way that I overcame that was by trying more, experimenting more, testing more things, doing more, you know, like that PT that has to try and go through exams, do things himself and then study and then pass. And, you know, that's just the same way, that's the walk of life, you know? So if you're a nice person, you need to go through things that you are uncomfortable doing. If it's like a date and you're thinking, cool, I got a date, I don't know where to go for the date, it's like, the reason why you don't know is because you haven't been to enough places, you haven't experimented enough, you haven't tested the waters enough. And that just starts from you going to places by yourself, finding out what you like first and foremost. Go try out restaurants, try out the cinema, go bowling, try this, try that, do the other thing. You know, even if you're not going with yourself, go with friends, but just go to these places so that you can just have a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of understanding understanding. The same way, again, the PT would have had to try many different exercises to find out what area they specialize in. Is it bulking? You know, is it HIIT training, like high intensity training? Is that what they specialize in? Is it getting people lean? And they'll only figure this out by trying and testing so many different things, you know? And the same as that nice guy that doesn't want to take on responsibility. The reason why they don't want to take on responsibility is because you're not sure. And that's okay. It's okay to not know, not to be sure. The way to be able to counter that and become sure and become certain, again, is by trying things. And once you try things, you're going to be able to assert yourself a lot more because you're confident now. You know what you like, you know? And that nice person doesn't know what they like because they're too scared to even try anything. Or they haven't built up the courage to try things. Or they just haven't got around to trying things. But I'm telling you now, well, the more that you try things, the more that you understand yourself, the easier it is to assert yourself. And once you begin to assert yourself, that energy there is a lot more attractive, you know? Would you rather go to the PT that asks you what to do, what you want to do every session, or that PT that just allows you to not think a lot and just guide you to the result that you want? You know, you just want to be guided. So be that person that guides her to that life that she wants to live. Let her come into your world and you operate it. Let it function smoothly. You know what I'm saying to you? That's it. And you don't have to lose that being nice as a person. You don't have to lose being a good person. There's a difference. That nice guy passes everything over, passes over the responsibility. You still want to be, you want to be responsible, but at the same time, you can have those traits where you are good. But at the same time, things operate the way that you want them to operate because you know for you, that's how it runs. And if she wants to step into that, then cool. You can merge like what works for you, what works for her, merge it, while at the same time, let her completely step into your world, but at the same time, you need to be grounded enough to know what you like, what works for you, and with that, again, your energy is going to be a lot more magnetic, a lot more attractive, yeah? So that's you. If you are the nice guy, that was for you, straight up and down, yeah? Make sure that you're asserting yourself, yeah? Don't stress, don't panic. Just experiment a lot more, and you'll find out what you like and what you dislike. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the future videos. And having said that, I will see you again very shortly. Blessings.